boys and girls? Miss Fish here. All right, so today's STEM activities are about sound. And you've probably learned in your classes or in STEM with Miss Fish that sound is just the vibration of things. That's what makes the sound. So today we are going to make a duck call. It's very simple. All you need is a straw and a pair of scissors. That's it, okay? So the first thing that you're gonna do is just take your straw and you're gonna take one end of it and flatten it out as best you can. Like you might have to push it against the table real hard or squeeze it with your fingers. You wanna get it super flat, okay? Once you get it flat, you're gonna take your scissors and you're going to make two little cuts to where you make it to a point. Now I want you to watch and I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm gonna cut at an angle, see how I'm doing that? At an angle in, okay? And then I'm gonna turn it and I'm gonna cut at an angle in again so that my straw now comes to a point. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see. There we go. You can kind of see it. I've got two little points there. Okay. Now, again, you want it to be flat, so try to keep it as flat as you can. And then all you do is you blow on it. And let's see if it sounds kind of like a duck. Let's see. So there's your duck call. Now, the reason it does that is because those two little triangles that you created, once you put them in your mouth and you blow on them, it makes them vibrate with the air coming out of your lungs. It forces them to vibrate, and that's what makes that sound. Now, the longer your straw, the deeper your sound will be. So it's true for the opposite of that as well. The shorter your straw, the higher your sound will be. So if I were to take my scissors and cut some of this straw off, the sound is gonna change. I want you to listen. Hang on. Oh, we're not vibrating, hang on. See, it changes the sound completely. So there is your very own duck call or kazoo, whichever you would like. All right, so our second one is also about sound, and we are going to make the sound of a chicken with this one, okay? So this one is more not about the vibration of the sounds per se from your lungs, but more about a sound board. So if you have just, hang on please, if you have just a string, like a piece of yarn, right? And you pull it, you don't really hear anything. You might hear a tiny little sound, but it's very faint. There is no soundboard. There's nothing for that sound to kind of bounce off of and come back to you. I want you to think about a piano. If you've ever seen the inside of a piano, there's all that wood in there. That wood creates a soundboard, and it makes those noises vibrate and makes them very loud because they bounce off of each other, okay? So what we're gonna do, all you need is just a plain cup. It doesn't have to be red, but it needs to be a plastic cup, just any kind of plastic cup. And then you're gonna take your cup and you're gonna poke a hole right in the top of it. Now that's really hard. Please ask an adult to help you. The easiest way I found to do it was to take a nail and just poke it down in there and then pull it back out. And then you're gonna take some yarn or cotton string. It has to be cotton. It cannot be nylon because nylon doesn't make the same sounds as the cotton does, okay? It has to be stretchy. So cotton string, and you're gonna stick it through that hole. Okay, I would say foot and a half, 12 to 16 inches, something like that. 12, 18, no big deal. Okay, and then you're going to stick it through the hole. Now, I tied it on the top with a paper clip. Anything will work. Paper clip works the best, but it's just so that when you pull on that string, it keeps the string from coming out the top, okay? Now, I want you to listen. When you pull on it, you can kind of hear something, and that's because the inside of this is creating a soundboard, but it works better if you take a paper towel, okay? Take a paper towel and get it a little bit wet. So I just have a bowl of water here. I know you can't really see it, but I'm just gonna get it a little bit wet. I'm gonna wring it out so it's not drippy, okay? A little bit wet, and I'm gonna take it and grab that string, kind of like a taco. See how I've got it wrapped around it? And then I'm gonna pull real tight. Now I'm gonna hold the paper clip so you don't hear it. I want you to listen. Do you hear that? It sounds like a chicken. Bok, bok, bok. It's a chicken in a cup. Do it one more time. there you go. All right, so today you have learned a little bit about sound and how to make a duck call or kazoo, and then how to make your cup sound like it has a chicken in it. I hope you had fun with that. Enjoy.